Good morning, everyone. We will now begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama to protect and bless us as we participate today in the construction of paradise on earth. Amatsu-Norito and Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Takaama ni kamuzumarimasu kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite sumemi oya kamu izanagi no mikoto tsukushi no himoka no tachi hana no odo no ahagi hara ni misogi hara itamo utoki ni narimaseru. Harai dono o kami tachi moro moro no magagoto tsumi kegare o. Arai tamae kiyome tamae toma o sukoto no yoshi o. Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorozu no kami tachi tomoni ame no fuchi koma no mimi furi tatete kikoshi mese to kashikomi mo maosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hai tamae Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kamnagara tamachi haimase. Kamnagara tamachi haimase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. With health, peace, and prosperity in our lives. Great God of light, bless, radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become the instruments of your great plan.
Please be seated for group Johrei. May God and Meishu-sama bless you. Today's teaching from the Daily Inspirations, page 31, is entitled Truth, Virtue, and Beauty. By teaching truth, virtuous living, and the enjoyment of beauty, I guide people to the pathway. Truth is the way, virtue is the deed, and beauty is the heart. I'm helping others to live these ideals. Truth gives birth to goodness and creates a virtuous heart. Goodness manifests as beauty. Let all seekers. Paradise on earth, the creation of which is our goal, is a world where truth, virtue, and beauty are expressed in perfect form. Truth, of course, means that which is true. It is the ultimate reality, the right state of a thing without any impurity or opacity, with no aberration. Virtue, the opposite of vice, is the product of belief in God, who is truth. The atheistic denial of such a belief is the position material science takes as its basis. With respect to beauty, while it is true that progress of civilization has increased elements of beauty a great deal, the majority of people cannot always partake of them. It is only the privileged classes who are blessed with beautiful clothes, delicious foods, and stately residences. But the rest of humanity can barely manage to stay alive. The modern age is heaven for the wealthy, while it's hell for the poor. If this great fault underlying our present civilization can be corrected, giving all an equal opportunity for happiness, then we will be living in a truly civilized world. We believe it is the mission of our organization to help create such a world. Rejoice, for this dream will soon become a reality on this very planet. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association morning service. Today I have a faith experience to share with you from Delson Arlindo Nyantumbo. He's from the Central Johrei Center, Maputo, Mozambique. Delson is a regular visitor at the Central Johrei Center. The reason he got to know our church was curiosity. He's from the province of Gaza, city of Shai. For academic reasons, he had to move to Maputo in 2015 to do higher education in business management, with a degree in financial management being admitted to the Pedagogical University of Maputo. After completing his course, in record time he was afflicted since if he didn't get a job, and he would have to return to Shai. Unfortunately, job opportunities there are scarce. A while later, he got a job in motion design. It all started when a missionary at the time, his co-worker, invited him to visit our church. Delson has never refused this kind of invitation to anyone because he always believed that it might be God calling him to a conversation. The first day he arrived at the center, everything seemed very strange to him, but there was something that told him that he should continue to attend. After starting to attend church and being guided in the basic practice of our faith, whenever he received Johrei, he felt certain shivers in his body, which made him feel close to God and Meishu-sama. At first, he had difficulty following the prayers because he didn't understand anything. Promptly, the missionary gave him a booklet with the prayers so that he could follow along without difficulties. As soon as he began to materialize his gratitude and tithing, letting go of his meager salary, it didn't take long for the spiritual realm to begin to speak out. In fact, he was caught up in a purge of whining about his job that he had gone on for a while. He didn't feel appreciated because every time he asked for a pay raise, because his bills didn't add up. He got only promises after promises, and the desire to get a better job was born in him. However, every time he applied for a job, he didn't get anything. But he always believed that in the end, everything would work out. After a while, he received a message of a paid internship offer with an amount above what he was receiving. Thanks to God and Meishu-sama, his blessing didn't stop happening. There were more job offers, but he only focused on this internship because of the way it fell on his hands. The experience period in the internship was 2 months, and in the third month, he was hired. The experience period in the internship was 2 months again, and his salary is twice the amount he received during the internship period, thanks to God and Meishu-sama. With this faith experience, they also learned that Meishu-sama is the Messiah awaited by humanity, and when we comply with the guidance received and surrender our concerns into God's hands, there's no way things don't happen. They also is thankful to the Supreme God, Meishu-sama, and his ancestors for the permission to be introduced to our church. It was from also from Mozambique, and another experience I'd like to share with you is from Ana Acácia de Souza. She's from the Jatiuca Johrei Center, Alagoas, Brazil. Ana Acácia has been a Johrei member for 28 years, and she gives service as a missionary assisting her ministry. In 2020, she developed a framework of stress and anxiety crisis, motivated by conflicts in her work environment. She wasn't serving the divine work properly, and she wasn't taking care of her family. In addition, she experienced a conflict with her son, who lives with her, aggravated by stress at work and her emotional state. Given this situation, in June 2020, she decided to resign from her job. During the same period, she talked to her minister. He said he would pray for her and added that Meishu-sama and her ancestors trusted her, and that challenges are presented for our growth. He invited her to make a dedication to restructuring their Johrei Center. The objective was to rescue the inactive members, making them practitioners of our faith. They went to the altar and prayed, putting that situation in the hands of God and Meishu-sama. She began giving service, and within a week, she was able to reorganize the religious structure of the Johrei Center. She prayed for others and contacted them by phone or text messages. When possible, she visited their homes. With this, many members returned to do our basic practice of faith. The gradual reopening of activities at the Johrei Center, they were able to expand the number of dedications, and everyone was involved in an atmosphere of light and gratitude. She feels it very gratifying to see people serving God and having their lives changed. During this period, she was blessed by restoring her emotional balance and family health. Her daughter, who was unemployed, got a job in excellent conditions. Ana Acácia learned that when she let go of her problems and truly committed to connecting people with God and Meishu-sama, she was used to transform lives and was allowed to change her present and future. She's very grateful to God, Meishu-sama, and her ancestors for their trust and the opportunity to serve for the realization of paradise on earth. Ana Acácia commits herself, body and soul, to transmitting God's love to others through the channeling of Johrei and our other practices of faith. Thank you very much. With this concludes our morning service, and I wish you a very blessed day, very blessed week ahead. Thank you.